Autopsy results done on the late Cyrus Jirongo, who died in a road accident driving towards Nairobi from Naivasha, revealed that he died of blunt force trauma that led to other body injuries as well. This was done actually by several government pathologists, including a private pathologist at the Lee Funeral Home. But then what's cropping up other developments is that there's a CCTV footage that shows the transition from Nairobi and the several stoppage areas where Cyrus Jirongo passed through, including a drive-through at a fueling gas station. And I want us to keenly follow this reportage from Citizen TV. Shout out, and then we'll see.
It was a quiet night at the Eagles petrol station located along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway. The stillness of the early morning hours was only broken by the occasional hum of passing vehicles. And at exactly 2:18 a.m., CCTV footage from the station captures a white Mercedes-Benz entering the premise from the Nairobi direction. The vehicle, later confirmed to be driven by the late Cyrus Jirongo, makes entry notably without indicating. The car drives past the fuel pumps but does not stop to refuel. Within just 34 seconds, it makes a swift U-turn and exits the station, rejoining the highway towards Nairobi at precisely 2:19 with 17 seconds. But what happens next is chilling. Just seconds later, at 2:19 and 25 seconds, another vehicle, now identified as the bus involved in the fatal crash, barrels down the highway from the Nairobi side. Its headlights are on full beam and its speed appears dangerously high. The moment of impact is captured on camera. The bus slams into the Mercedes, dragging it an estimate of 25 meters down the tarmac. The force of the collision causes the luxury vehicle to spin violently before coming to a rest on a left-hand side of the road if heading towards Nakuru, or the right-hand side if facing Nairobi. At 2:20 a.m., just 1 minute after the crash, another vehicle traveling towards Nairobi passes the wreckage. Its headlights briefly illuminate the scene, revealing smoke billowing from the final resting point of Jirongo'S car. Now, detectives are piecing together the final puzzle. What was Cyrus Jirongo's state of mind and physical condition in those final moments? Was he alone?
I think I find
the footage taken at the petrol station may hold the key to unlock.
That he had to pass through a fueling gas station and he never stopped to either maybe rest, fuel, or grab a bottle of water, or even speak to a fuel gas attendant. Because when you watch that video, it was like just a quick, it's like, oh, you're on a journey, you're heading to your destination, and then something reminds you, maybe let me just do a drive-through at the fueling gas station to grab maybe a bottle of water, maybe to refuel, or maybe to do a phone call, because that's what a lot of people do, especially if you're doing long distance. But other mysterious and emerging questions are, was he in the car alone? And then also what transpired, what exactly happened, in that he was in Nairobi just several hours ago, and then he was heading to Naivasha, and then within no time, he's driving back to Nairobi and passing through this fueling gas station. And at the same time, there's that strange car that's literally tracking him from the behind, from the rear part of his car. That tells you that probably it could be orchestrated or choreographed. But also, if there's a person who actually choreographed this, then they're a professional at executing this, because it's difficult to piece up the pieces. But the other question is, because I remember debating this with my friend, was he on his mobile cell phone? What are some of the phone call conversations? And because such things actually lead to evidence. But if it was executed with a professional, then trust me, they won't get a single trace of even a conversation or a phone call. Because usually, I'm actually relating it to my dad. My dad was abducted and tortured. He was an acting managing director for government parastatal. Even the phone calls themselves and the people he spoke to, those things are not there. And sometimes when you write even to Safaricom, or you go get a court order and issue to Safaricom or Airtel, whatever telco or mobile subscriber that the user was using, They won't be able to actually just release to you the audios easily like that. It will be a battle on and off, on and off. And sometimes, if these people are professionals, you just have no idea what they did in the back end. So the only thing we can say is we trust that justice will be served. And at least, because if everybody is suspecting that there could be foul play, there's something off, there's some missing pieces that need to be pieced up together to form a whole complete reportage. If that's the instinct and the gut instinct and the feeling people have, then definitely there's an underlying truth to it. But the thing is, was he in the car alone? Who did he speak to and what drove him to Naivasha? And then just within a span of several hours, he's driving back to Nairobi past midnight odd hours. So I think those are some of the, let's say, rhetorical unanswered questions that possibly we might never get answers to. But now that the DCI is involved and investigations are now being, I'd say, at the heart of it. In fact, yesterday DCI said they're almost concluding. In fact, he said they've concluded the investigation. So there's nothing else that they have to unearth or reveal. So it poses a question: did Cyrus Jirongo, you know, die in a mysterious road accident, or were there forces that were behind his drive from Karen to Naivasha and then back to Nairobi almost immediately? Those are some of the questions that I myself and we are there are still asking. Please let me know what is your theory regarding this whole, you know, fiasco.